Hey guys, welcome back. Today it is the 7th of October 2024. Let's talk about it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me making 600 a day within 7 years. And let's get into it. So I will put it on the screen. Basically, what we have done is that we had a free day. There are no new announcements really. So we can immediately get into the stuff, which is the languages of today. The phrase of today of Korean is could you speak a little bit slower? 조금 더 천천히 말씀해 주세요. On the Korean course, what we have been working on is the reviewing of certain sentences that I learned in one of the sections, which could be okay, sure, sorry, excuse me, hello, good night. Based on the context, you will say different things, especially with okay, you can say creo, 알겠어요, 알아요, 괜찮아. So for some people, that is really obvious, and especially when you're a Korean speaker and if you're in Korean watching this, it makes sense to you. It does not make sense in my language. So I just want to say that that was pretty hard to learn, but we got it. And yesterday, I think I forgot to mention that, but we worked on the Sino-Korean numbers. It was pretty intense because I have to learn all of them and then order them back, and I have to say them at the same time, and I have to respect if there is a bachim or a nasal sound. So I will have an intense practice for that. I will plan it somewhere in a couple of weeks. Let's get into the Japanese daily phrase, which is I'm hungry. Okana ga ikamashita. Ikimashita. So I have to practice this. Tomorrow I have a language partner meeting with Japanese. I lost my Korean one, so there won't be any time soon. But the Japanese one is still here. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is the bias of today. If you don't know, I have a bias challenge to learn whenever the book is done. I'm reading the book, The Art of Thinking Clearly, and learning a bias by today. And then when I'm done, I'm going to analyze and I'm going to tell you guys what to know and what not to know. And sometimes I stop. I have some certain milestones and I make a video about it. So stay tuned for that. I already have the first one up. If you check in my channel, you can see one of the first channels that I'm gonna talk about the top 6 that I've learned from the top 40 that I have learned. All right, so the self-selection bias is today. It basically means you try to participate or being active in a certain selection. This could be anything from a poll or a survey, but it could also be everyday life. Assume that you are walking and you see a lot of trash, but the next day you see a lot of trash, and the next day you see a lot of trash outside. Then you're gonna be annoyed, like, why is there a lot of trash outside? Then you're actually actively engaged in something like that. So the self-selection bias for me is a bit abstract because depending on the situation, you can say that it is or not. But usually it comes from a little bit of excitement or irritation. For example, if you are stuck in traffic and every day it is the same, then eventually you can be disturbed even if you go in a half-hour area. Well, the reason why is because the odds that the traffic is going to be stuck there is really high. So therefore, it's really high that you can get stuck. So that is basically participating in the traffic, and the odds that something like that happens is then high. All right, so let's get into the programming. Today we implemented the hardest thing that was in my portfolio. If you don't know, I'm working on my portfolio to basically have my own portfolio. Also, it's a practice. So it was really hard. It was an animation of the stack, but it had to be smooth, and could it also be done with other animations inside? And there is a little bit of a bug going on because as soon as it hits a certain threshold, I want to extend the scroll or the viewport, like making a fake viewport, but that's harder than it seems because I've never done it before. So that is something that I'm gonna do another day. I expect my portfolio to be done in a week, but we'll see about that. So I'm gonna round this video up because there's no other news for now. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me making 600 today within 7 years. And I'll see you until the next video.